A popular brand, a strong team, and excellent working conditions attract the best staff from around the world. The offices of popular IT market players are well known for style and comfort. Let's have a look at the places where they make miracles in the realm of technologies. Hello, I'm Seif Akishev, and this is the World of Startups, the first program on Kazakh TV devoted to startups. On this edition, advantages of university distance education programs abroad. How children can start programming at age 5 with Bo and Yana robots to help children think in algorithms. Advice for beginners of startups from one of the founders of educator.com. Distance education is convenient, cost-efficient and fashionable. E-learning opens the doors to universities which applicants might have only dreamed about attending. Here are the top 10 world universities that offer online programs. Here is the scoop of University of the People. University of the People is the first global internet university of distance learning. It offers a bachelor's degree in computer sciences and business administration. Masters and doctorates of almost all American and Canadian universities give lectures at this university. The best part, the tuition is free. The only charge is for exams. Today, the university has more than 1,000 students from 141 countries around the world. In Kazakhstan, e-learning is quite widely presented via information portals, choosing a university, admission procedures, and preparations for the Unified National Test. We even have our own online university Hackslet that offers free online courses in the field of IT, programming, application development, and understanding of the fundamental principles of computer science. 18,000 students are already registered on the platform. Its founder, Rahim Davletkaliev, left his principal place of work in January and devoted himself entirely to managing the university. The main statement from beginner startup developer Rahim Davletkaliev is that knowledge should be free. Together with a team of enthusiasts, he created free public online courses on processes, languages and technologies. Not all can afford going to a university, and the reason is not only the lack of money or possibility, but also the lack of having a university or a school where they could learn what they want to learn. The Hackset platform is just 1 year old now. During that time, 18,000 students registered for the courses, which are comparable to a large offline university. Each month, the university welcomes another 1,000 students. Rahim devoted himself entirely to Hackslet and is now considering how to monetize the website. We firmly believe that knowledge should be free. So now we are trying to develop this idea to keep the services free of charge for the end user, but at the same time, we'll have employers added to the database. Now Rahim is negotiating with a number of companies to give them access to personal data of the trainees. The employers will get the data of the best specialists and the applicants have a possible job offer. This service is going to be provided for payment. Rahim gave himself 1 year to make the site profitable. Now it's up to the market to make the choice. 80 to 90% of startups leave the market during the first year or two, unable to endure competition, find investors, and more importantly, their customers. Rahim has enough customers. Now all he needs is financing. We will keep you updated with Rahim's progress. And now to the news. What is new in the IT market? Computer literacy can be taught at a very early age. Play.ai company has presented 2 robots called Bo and Yana. Children, as young as 5 years old, can program the sequence of their actions. Toys feel each other, make sounds, and move around the house. The robots perform the tasks following the instructions that a child programmed schematically on the tablet or smartphone. Bo and Yana will enter the market this summer. Spring Fruit. Kazakhstani mobile app for singles, Spring Fruit, is preparing to enter the New York Stock Exchange Nasdaq. According to company representatives, they are working on an international version of the application that should enter the American market this spring. They expect to attract foreign investments with the international version of Spring Fruit. This year's Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas had a pleasantly surprising number of advanced robots, which turned out to be not only functional but quite good-looking. One of them, called Budgie, is designed to help carry things like having an extra pair of hands. He easily glides around following his master and runs on batteries that can last up to 8 hours. Serial production is planned for July 2014. Kazakhstan and more broadly, Central Asia is an excellent platform for the development of e-learning. This is proved by the entry of Kaznet and other such global services like the Russian Repetitor.ru and the American Educator.com. We're going to ask Eric Han, founder of Educator.com, about the prospects of the online education market in Kazakhstan and about further plans. Now he's in direct contact with the studio, but first here's a brief about the resource. Educator.com came to the .kz domain less than a year ago. It specializes in preparing students for exams and admission to high schools and teaching English and Kazakh languages. The portal hosts about 700 hours of video materials and 38 courses in general subjects. Access to the courses costs $15 per month. For comparison, in the US, the subscription fee is 3 times higher. The resource monthly adds another 400 subscribers from Kazakhstan.
Hello, Eric.
Hi, Eric. What was your initial investment? What is the current company value?
Hi, I can hear you well. Great to be here. Straight to the numbers. So for our initial funding, it was in the low hundreds of thousands US dollars. And so with that, we were able to primarily fund it ourselves. We didn't have to go through the 3 Fs, the friends, family, and fools. And for what we think it's worth now, we don't have any offers on the table, so there's no concrete numbers. But just based off our revenue and what we think in our heads, it should be at least several million to maybe even $10 million.
When did you prove the viability?
Yes, we did reach a break-even point, and I think we reached it at a relatively early point of 1 year. It was the same amount of effort to teach 1 student as it was to teach 10,000 students. And as the revenue came in with subscriptions, we reinvested it back into the company to help us scale even quicker.
What was the initial stuff, and how many people do you have now?
In the beginning, it was just my partner and I, and we had a couple freelancing coders along the way. And then as we really started to grow, we started hiring full-timers in our Los Angeles branch. And now we have 2 full-timers as well as about 1 to 2 interns, depending on the season. Definitely with summer, we have more interns here. And in addition to the LA office, we have about a dozen coders abroad that work for us full-time, now that we're really trying to build out the backbone of our learning management system. And along with those, we have about our 5 full-timers in Kazakhstan. And I'm happy to report that we are also starting an expansion team in Asia to begin our Chinese language courses.
The Kazakhstani version of your site was launched last spring. What made you interested in expanding to Kazakhstan?
I know it's a very education-oriented culture, and that definitely helps when the parents and the students are very into learning and knowing that the more they learn, the better they do in school, the better off they'll be in life. And also, I learned that the internet was really taking off and that the connection speeds are actually very, very good all across the country. Next, I know that there's a very high entrepreneurial spirit, so that the team we created in Kazakhstan would definitely have our same vision and drive that we had in the US. And lastly, learned through Gabit that there has been an emergence of new colleges that are primarily taught in English, such as Nazarbayev. And so that's definitely another avenue we could take our product. Definitely just a lot of students that are looking to learn in English, and I think that just coalesces perfectly with what we have right now and what we hope to achieve in Kazakhstan.
Thank you very much. We wish you every success with your business.
Of course, it was my pleasure. Thanks again for having me.
Organizers for the contest for student entrepreneurs offer to compete for $150,000.
Coming up.
The contest for student entrepreneurs started in Kazakhstan. The selection will be carried out throughout the country until the end of April. Young businessmen and women from 17 to 29 years old are invited to compete. 3 winners of the national contest will be prepared by mentors and experts for participation in the International Student Award in the field of entrepreneurship, with its finals in New York at the end of this year. There, the young businessmen and women will compete for a prize of $150,000. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. Feel free to leave your comments on our official pages at vk.com and Facebook. See you next time.